My friend said to me, Poland is boring. So I packed my bags. Welcome to Krakow. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I've spent 3 amazing days here in Krakow, Poland, and let me tell you, it's been wild. From exploring the historic old town, to visiting the stunning Wawel Castle, and of course stuffing my face with pierogi, yeah, that was a highlight. I've packed in a ton of cool stuff. And no, I haven't gained 10 pounds. Yet. But if you're enjoying these little glimpses into my adventure, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more fun content. If you've been to Krakow or anywhere else in Poland, leave a comment below. I want to hear all your experiences and tips. March here in Poland is actually springtime, and the weather wasn't too bad at all. It's been a mix of sunny and a little chilly, but nothing that a good jacket couldn't handle. Definitely way better than the gloomy, cold days I was expecting. All right, enough chatting. Let's dive into what I've been up to here in Krakow. Stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn Krakow, and guess what? I got it for half price. As honestly, it was a steal, super comfy. So in the morning, I will be driving through to Zakopane for the day, mostly to conquer Kasprowy Wierch. So, the drive from Krakow to Zakopane takes about 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on traffic and weather, which is pretty much the same time as the bus or train. But with a car, you've got a bit more freedom. The distance is around 100 kilometers, about 62 miles. And the roads are mostly pretty good, though be careful in the winter or rainy season. Rental prices can vary, but expect to pay around 20 euros or 18 pounds. You can also take a train from Krakow Główny, the main train station. It's about the same time frame, 2 to 2.5 hours, and tickets will cost around 8 to 11 euros, 7 to 9 pounds one way. Alright guys, so I've made it to Kasprowy Wierch. If you don't know, it's one of the most famous peaks here in Zakopane, and it offers some incredible views. You can take a cable car, you can actually ride a horse to get there. Now the ride itself is pretty short, about 15 to 20 minutes. Not bad if you're looking for a little extra adventure and want to enjoy the views along the way. The total distance of the cable car route is around 2 kilometers, about 1.2 miles from the base station to the top of Kasprowy. The journey takes about 10 minutes each way, so you can enjoy the views without spending too much time on the way up. And I'm about to head up to the top. But before I do, let me tell you a bit about the tickets and pricing so you know what to expect. 33 euros or 28 pounds for a round trip. Remember to book online in peak season. As you're on the cable car ascending to Kasprowy Wierch, you'll be treated to a breathtaking panoramic view of the Tatra Mountains. The ride takes you from the base in Tyniec, near Zakopane, to the summit, which stands at 1,987 meters 6, 520 feet. The journey begins with stunning views of Zakopane, nestled at the foot of the mountains. The lush green valleys. You can see the Morskie Oko Lake shimmering in the distance. As you move higher into the mountains, at the top the wind might be brisk, but the reward is incredible. You can spot breathtaking views of Poland on one side and Slovakia on the other. Imagine sipping a warm drink, maybe a hot chocolate, or a cheeky Polish beer while you gaze out at the stunning vistas. The landscape stretches before you, with jagged mountain peaks. Alright, before we dive into these amazing views, from here, did you know that Kasprowy Wierch is one of the most popular ski resorts in all of Poland? But here's the twist, it's also a hiker's paradise in the summer. Which is honestly the dream, right? Ski down in winter and hike up in summer, it's like the best of both worlds. Besides being a natural beauty, Kasprowy Wierch has historical significance. It was an important strategic point during World War II and has served as a base for several mountain expeditions and research. The Tatra National Park, where it's located, is a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Did you know that Kasprowy Wierch sits on the border between 2 countries? It's like being in 2 places at once. You're standing in Poland, but you're just a stone's throw away from Slovakia. The Tatra Mountains actually stretch across this border, and Kasprowy Wierch is one of the most famous peaks in both countries. It's kind of like that friend who's always in two places at once, Polish on one side, Slovak on the other, a true mountain diplomat. Now, for those who want to explore more, the closest border crossing from Kasprowy Wierch is near the town of Zakopane in Poland and the village of Tatransk-Lomnica in Slovakia. From here, you can travel deeper into both countries and experience the local culture, cuisine, and natural beauty. If you are planning on skiing, the prices for a single-day skiing pass are £29 or €30. Red and blue slopes Kasprowy Wierch offers a variety of runs, but the red medium difficulty and blue easier slopes are popular for both skiers and snowboarders. The wide open spaces on the slopes are perfect for enjoying a leisurely descent, as well as for practicing your turns. Free ride areas if you're more experienced and looking for some thrilling off-piste terrain. There are free ride areas available. These spots give you a chance to test your skills on more natural, ungroomed snow. Ski lifts. For those skiing or snowboarding, there are ski lifts that take you up the slopes. Once you're at the bottom of a slope, simply hop on the lift and ride it back up to start your next descent. Some lifts are designed for snowboards, so don't worry if you're a first-timer. Thank goodness for the lifts, or I'd be stuck at the bottom with my hot chocolate. Kasprowy Wierch is an amazing hiking destination. Whether you're looking for a casual walk or a challenging trek, there are multiple routes leading up to the peak and surrounding areas, each offering something different. Hiking routes, Kasprowy Wierch Summit Hike. If you're feeling up for a challenge, there are hiking routes that will take you all the way to the summit. The most popular trail starts from the Kuznica area, which is near Zakopane. It's about a 3-4 hour hike to the top, depending on your pace. During the summer months, Kasprowy Wierch becomes a hotspot for mountain biking. There are designated paths for bikers to explore the surrounding mountains, and the views are absolutely stunning as you race down the slopes. You can rent bikes in Zakopane or take a bike up the cable car and cycle down. Believe it or not, Kasprowy Wierch was home to the first ski lift in Poland. Built in 1936, it was a real game changer for the region, making skiing more accessible to everyone. Visiting the Kasprowy Wierch Observatory. Kasprowy Wierch is also home to a scientific observatory. It's a bit of a hidden gem, especially if you're into astronomy or science. You can learn more about the research done here, or simply marvel at the facility perched high above the valleys. Kasprowy Wierch is part of the Tatra National Park, which means the area is protected. The environment is pristine, with unique alpine flora and fauna that you might spot while skiing or hiking. While you're on the slopes, you might catch a glimpse of rare wildlife like the chamois, marmots, and golden eagles. Kasprowy Wierch isn't just a mountain, it's a place where adventure, beauty, and culture come together. Whether you're an adrenaline junkie looking to ski or snowboard down exhilarating slopes, a nature lover wanting to hike through breathtaking landscapes, or simply someone who appreciates the peaceful solitude of the mountains, Kasprowy Wierch offers something for everyone. With its rich history, stunning views, and range of activities, it's a destination that promises unforgettable experiences. Skiing in both Poland and Slovakia, exploring the wild, rugged terrain, or just relaxing at a cozy mountain hut, you'll find endless ways to enjoy your time here. Wow, what a journey. The views from Kasprowy Wierch were absolutely stunning. If you've ever wondered whether a visit to the Tatra Mountains is worth the travel time, and the trip from Krakow was definitely worth it, Let me tell you, it absolutely is. After the exhilarating ride down from Kasprowy Wierch, why not take a detour and immerse yourself in some authentic Highlander culture at Kasprowy Wierch? It's not far from the mountain, and is a perfect spot to soak in some local traditions and indulge in delicious mountain food. As you're returning, it will be on your right next to the bubbling river. Kasprowy Wierch is a unique place that celebrates the traditional ways of life in the Tatra Mountains. This spot is a working sheepfold called a baka, where Highlanders still herd sheep and make osipek, the famous smoked cheese that the region is known for. It's a wonderful place to visit for anyone interested in learning about the old ways of mountain life, complete with picturesque wooden buildings. The sound of bells on the sheep, and the delicious aroma of freshly made cheese. Who else feels like they're right there, relaxing by this beautiful stream? The clarity of the water is incredible. Here we are at Wawel Castle, one of the most iconic landmarks in all of Poland. Sitting majestically on the banks of the Vistula River, Wawel Castle has been the heart of Polish history for over 1,000 years, serving as the royal residence for Polish kings and queens. Opening hours. Wawel Castle is open to the public every day except for some national holidays. The general opening hours are typically April to October, 9:30 a.m., 500 p.m. November to March, 9:30 a.m., 400 p.m. Entrance is free, but if you want to see certain attractions, tickets are priced separately for different parts of the castle. So if you want to see everything, it's best to grab a combined ticket. £13 or €16. These attractions are Wawel Royal Castle Staterooms, Wawel Cathedral, the royal tombs inside the cathedral, Wawel Dragon's Den. I came to Wawel Castle and I thought it'd feel like royalty. But then I remembered I didn't have a crown, a throne, or any dragons to fight. Guess I'll have to settle for just the amazing views. And has been the residence of Polish kings for over 500 years. It was the official royal residence from the 11th century, until the capital moved to Warsaw in the 16th century. The castle is deeply intertwined with Polish history, serving as a center of power, culture, and religion throughout the ages. The castle's architecture is a beautiful blend of different styles, including Romanesque, Gothic, and Renaissance elements. The Wawel Cathedral part of the castle complex is particularly famous, featuring intricate Gothic designs and being the site where Polish monarchs were crowned. It displays Poland's most valuable treasures, including crowns, ceremonial weapons, and royal regalia. If you love history and a good display of artistry, this is a perfect stop. The crown jewels on display are incredibly valuable and historically significant. Crown treasury and armory. This is one of the most significant attractions within the castle. The Sigismund Chapel, with its golden dome, is one of the most famous parts of the cathedral and is a stunning example of Renaissance architecture. Wawel Cathedral is a highlight of the castle complex and one of the most important churches in Poland. Here are a few things to check out. Tombs of Polish kings. Many of Poland's kings, queens, and national heroes are buried here, including King Kazimierz the Great and Tadeusz Kościuszko. The Sigismund Bell, a giant bell located in the cathedral's tower. It is rung on special occasions and is considered a symbol of the nation's strength and unity, where members of Poland's royal family rest in peace. Wawel Castle at night is absolutely breathtaking. The lights bring out the full majesty of the castle, and it feels like stepping into a storybook. Truly a sight to behold. I've just arrived at my Airbnb here, and let me tell you, this place is a perfect blend of modern comfort and convenience. If you're looking for a spot that's both stylish and well located, this is it. Costs £33 a night or €39. Another bargain with modern furnishings. 13 minutes from the town hall. But the real highlight for me, this amazing balcony where I can enjoy my morning coffee while soaking in the view. Refueled and ready to go see the old historic town of Krakow, the heart of Market Square. Main Market Square, Rynek, Główny. This is the heart of the old town and one of the largest medieval town squares in Europe. It's surrounded by beautiful buildings, cafes, and street performers, and features the iconic cloth hall Sukiennes and St. Mary's Basilica with its stunning altarpiece. In Krakow's old town, taking a horse-drawn carriage ride is a popular and charming way to see the sights. The typical cost for a ride varies depending on the length of the journey, but here are general estimates. Approximately around 18 to 27 pounds or 22 to 30 euros. A longer ride that takes 45 to 60 minutes will cost approximately 36 to 54 pounds or 44 to 66 euros. Be careful of prices, as some will charge you 125 euros or 106 pounds for 25 minutes for a ride to Barbican and Wawel Castle. Let's go and check out the Cloth Hall. The architecture is stunning, and the atmosphere here is so lively. Usually open from around 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., though these times can vary by season. Right here at the iconic Cloth Hall, you'll find a variety of unique, handmade crafts like wooden carvings, ceramics, and lacework. These traditional Polish items make for great souvenirs. And if you're looking for something more personal, there's beautiful Polish silver jewelry that's both elegant and meaningful. For food lovers, don't miss out on picking up oskipek cheese or a bottle of Polish vodka, which is a perfect way to take a taste of Poland home. If you're here during the holidays, the Christmas market is the place to be, with nativity scenes, handmade decorations, and other festive ornaments that make amazing keepsakes. There's truly something for everyone here, whether you're shopping for a loved one or just treating yourself to a piece of Krakow's charm. So let's take a stroll and find something beautiful. The second floor of the Cloth Hall is such a hidden gem. The 19th century Polish art collection is incredible, and the space itself is just breathtaking. Definitely worth a visit if you're an art lover. It's home to the National Museum's 19th century art gallery first floor, showcasing stunning works by famous Polish artists like Zef Chmowski and Władysław Podkowicki. Entry typically costs around 5 pounds or 6 euros. Across from St. Mary's Basilica is the Town Hall Tower. Adam Mickiewicz Monument, honoring Poland's greatest poet. His works symbolize the nation's struggle for freedom and its rich literary heritage. A true Polish icon. Next, let's head over to St. Mary's Basilica, one of Krakow's most iconic churches. Famous for its stunning Gothic architecture, it's home to the incredible altar by Wetzstas and the trumpet call that plays every hour from the tower. The details inside are absolutely breathtaking, definitely a must-see. The church's origins date back to the 13th century. The first church on the site was built in 1220, but it was completely rebuilt in the 14th century in the Gothic style, making the current structure a symbol of medieval Krakow. The church was built over several decades, with the main construction finishing in 1397. It features Gothic architecture with soaring spires, intricate stained glass. Local artists showcase their beautiful work, from stunning paintings and sketches to handmade crafts and photography. It's the perfect place to find a unique souvenir or a piece of Polish art. Obwarzanek krakowski is a type of ring-shaped bread that is boiled before it's baked, giving it a unique texture, soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. It's similar to a bagel, but with a slightly lighter and airier texture. Talking about food has definitely made me hungry. And just in time, we've got a bar MLECZNY right in sight. This traditional Polish milk bar is a must-try for anyone visiting Krakow. It's a great place to experience authentic Polish comfort food like pierogi, bigos, and plaki zimnia chain, all at super affordable prices. Let's dive in and grab a bite. Soups from £1.80 or €2.20 per example. Roz chicken soup, pierogi dumplings £5.50 or €6.50. Żurek soup is a traditional Polish sour rye soup. Filet z kurczaka is chicken breast filet, typically grilled, breaded, or fried. It's often served with potatoes. Zupa fasolowa is a hearty and flavorful bean soup, usually made with white beans, vegetables, and smoked meats like kielbasa, Polish sausage, or bacon. At the bar MLECZNY, they often serve a free cabbage salad, a mix of sauerkraut. Gobki stuffed cabbage rolls is made with ground meat, typically pork, or beef and rice, but instead of the traditional tomato sauce, it's served with a creamy white sauce, made with mushrooms, often wild mushrooms or champignons. Goulash is a traditional hearty stew that originated in Hungary but is very popular in Poland and other Central European countries. It typically consists of beef, onions, paprika, and other vegetables, and is often served with potatoes. Pierogi z misem, pierogi with meat. These dumplings are filled with ground meat, often a mixture of pork and beef, onions, apple pie made with fresh apples, and traditional ingredients is often a simple and comforting dessert. After enjoying a hearty and comforting meal, I was lucky enough to stumble upon an amazing breakdancing performance. It was such a cool surprise seeing all those incredible moves and energy right in the heart of the city. Never a dull moment at Krakow's main market square. From street performers to artists, there's always something entertaining happening here. Whether you're watching breakdancers or exploring local art, the square is full of life and energy. It's the perfect place to soak in the culture and have a bit of fun. Góralskie praliny. At Góralskie Praliny in Krakow, you can also find giant-sized French pastries like croissants, pain au chocolat, and clairs. These oversized treats are perfect for sharing and are made with the same delicious quality you'd expect from a top-tier French bakery, but in a size that's perfect for a group. Perfect for breakfast, dessert, or just a sweet indulgence. The Krakow Society of Fine Arts, founded in 1817, is one of the oldest and most significant cultural institutions in Poland. Located in the heart of Krakow, it has been promoting Polish and international art for over 2 centuries. Known for its exhibitions, the Society continues to support artists and enrich the city's artistic scene. Looking for a budget-friendly drink spot in Krakow? Banja Luka is the place to go. With 3 locations in the city, the Old Town, Kazimierz, the vibrant Jewish quarter, and near Wawel Castle, it's easy to find. Grab a refreshing drink no matter where you are. They serve up traditional Polish food like pierogi dumplings, kielbasa sausage, and hearty zupa soup, all at very reasonable prices. Hey everyone, I'm at the bus station in Krakow, and my next stop is the stunning Benedictine Abbey of Tyniec. It's one of the oldest and most peaceful places near the city, overlooking the Vistula River. I can't wait to explore I walked along a section of the Vistula cycle route, also known as the Wisa cycle route. This scenic path runs along the flood protection of the Vistula River and is marked as part of the Amber Greenways Trail. It's a beautiful, peaceful route, perfect for walking, cycling, or running. The views along the river are absolutely stunning, and it's great to see people enjoying the outdoors in so many ways. It's definitely a must-see for anyone exploring the area. Right by the Benedictine Abbey of Tyniec, there's a lovely restaurant where people stop to relax after a long walk or cycle. It's got an incredible view of the Vistula River, with boats and jet skis passing by. It's the perfect spot to unwind, enjoy some great food, and take in the peaceful surroundings after a scenic trek. The abbey is surrounded by beautiful nature, and the area is perfect for outdoor activities like cycling, running, and walking along the Vistula cycle route. The route offers incredible views of the river and the lush green landscape. If you're visiting, I'd recommend taking the bus to get here, as I did, followed by a 3-kilometer trek to the Abbey. But if you prefer a more convenient option, taxis are available and cost around £8 or €38, which can save you some time and energy for enjoying the area. The Benedictine Abbey of Tyniec, and my first stop was the stunning church, which is dedicated to the exaltation of the Holy Cross. This church has a rich history dating back to the 11th century, when the abbey was founded. Over the centuries, it's been a center of spirituality and monastic life, and it still serves as a place for prayer today. As I entered, I was immediately struck by the beautiful Romanesque and Gothic architecture, with its high vaulted ceilings, detailed stonework, and serene atmosphere. While I was there, a church service was taking place, adding a peaceful and reflective tone to my visit. After spending time admiring the architecture and soaking in the history, I decided to head over to the cozy coffee shop at the Abbey. I treated myself to a delicious coffee and a slice of chocolate cake, all while enjoying the breathtaking views of the Vistula River. The boats and jet skis passing by made for the perfect backdrop to unwind after a peaceful visit to the Abbey. It was the perfect way to wrap up my time here. Now, here's a fun fact: the Benedictine monks here have been brewing their own Benedictine beer for centuries, a tradition that goes back to the early days of the Abbey. If you're a beer lover, you can even buy a bottle at the Abbey's gift shop to take home as a souvenir. The Abbey has survived numerous challenges, including wars, invasions, and the partitioning of Poland. It even survived the Austrian partition when the monks were expelled, only to be restored later in the 19th century. The Abbey also faced destruction during World War II, but was eventually rebuilt in the post-war period. Let's just say I'm feeling a bit like a tired tourist than a fit adventurer. So, I've decided that for the way back, I'm going to take a taxi. The Abbey itself is surrounded by lush greenery and nature reserves, which makes it a perfect spot for anyone looking to escape the city and enjoy some time in nature. Whether you're into hiking, cycling, or simply taking in the views, there's something here for everyone. The Abbey regularly hosts cultural events, including classical music concerts, spiritual retreats, and art exhibitions. These events offer visitors a chance to experience the Abbey in a more dynamic and lively setting. One of the most peaceful and scenic spots in Krakow, the Vistula River flows right next to the iconic Wawel Castle. Enjoy a morning jog or walk along this stretch of the river. You'll find plenty of space to unwind and enjoy the beauty of the city around you. As the sun rises over this ancient city, there's no better way to start the day than on the river. Take a boat tour and experience Krakow from a completely different angle, with prices ranging from about 10 to 20 euros, or roughly 8 to 17 pounds. Whether you choose to paddle or simply relax, the view from the water is truly magical. Most boat tours take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. But if you prefer a longer experience, there are extended tours available that cover more distance and offer more in-depth commentary on Krakow's history and landmarks. Barbican Gate. This was once part of the city's fortifications, designed to protect Krakow from invaders. With its thick walls and defensive towers, it stands as a symbol of the city's rich medieval past. One of the most prominent landmarks associated with Suwałki is the Juliusz Suwałki Theater, located in the heart of the city. Opened in 1893. This stunning building is not only a symbol of Polish theatrical tradition, but also a tribute to Suwałki's influence on Polish art and culture. The theater itself is a masterpiece of architecture, with a neoclassical facade and grand interiors. It's a place where visitors can enjoy various performances, from classical plays to modern productions, all while honoring the spirit of Sawaki's literary work. As we wrap up an unforgettable 3 days in Krakow, let's start by taking a look at St. Peter and Paul Church. Of the city's most peaceful spots, the Vistula River Park. It's a perfect place to relax, enjoy nature, and for the kids, it's a great place to kick around a football. Whether you're here for a stroll, a bike ride, or just to sit by the river, there's something for everyone. Of course, Krakow isn't just about historical sites, it's also about enjoying life in the present. Whether you're in one of the city's many parks, or just walking along the riverbanks, there's an incredible sense of tranquility here. It's a place where you can relax and just take it all in. Krakow's most iconic landmark's the Wawel Castle. This historic site has been the heart of Polish power for centuries. And visiting it is like stepping back in time. To finish up, it's time for one last treat. You can't leave Krakow without indulging in a cappuccino and a delicious chocolate brownie triangle. It's the perfect way to unwind after a day of exploring the city's many wonders. Finally, to wrap up our trip, we head to the Krakow train station. These classic, old-fashioned trains are a reminder of how rich in history this city truly is. It's a fitting end to a visit filled with centuries of culture, art, and amazing sights. Oh, and a quick shout out to my friend who said Poland is boring. Well, guess what? He was wrong. This place is full of surprises, and you've just seen a few of them. Trust me, it's anything but boring. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. See you in the next video.